So we are going to be making an oxtail stew. We are making it with some Afghan flavors in the Instant Pot. So it will be less time consuming, easier, and you can eat it faster. One complaint I have about oxtails is I don't understand why they got to be so expensive. I know that there are memes about this, but honestly, I don't think, I think this is the one time you're ever gonna see me cook this because I cannot afford it. Oxtails are now rich people's food. I don't know that anybody ever thought that they would say that the roi le cri, the roi le cri, wait, let me think of how to say it. I don't think I would ever have said the roi le cri, the khanano durida. Okay, so oxtails are rich people's food, but here we go. It's one of my favorite dishes. Normally what I do is I slow cook this. I braise it. I take a very long time with it. I start a lot, but we're gonna make it in the Instant Pot today. So I have my Instant Pot on saute, and to this I'm going to add some olive oil, 3 sliced onions, very finely sliced in my food processor. I'm going to add to these onions about a good teaspoonful of salt because I want it to release the liquid, okay? I want the liquid of those onions to come out. Is there any Red Bull out there? Now that our onions are nice and brown, we're gonna add our spices. We have turmeric, zira, which is cumin seed, coriander, that's already ground, and 1 black cardamom pod. We're gonna add all of this. Exact measurements will be on the website and down below, right? We link it down below, I think so. And then we want to add our meat. We want to brown this with the spices and the onion. Get all of that oniony goodness all over that meat, okay? My uncle in Dubai, and I went to go see him recently. He has a similar sort of verbal tic that my dad has. It's so funny how people can live thousands of miles away, but the DNA just sticks with him. And they say, "So what paidya?" Which means, "Do you understand?" So every time they say something, they're like, "Do you understand?" So oxtails in Afghanistan, I don't believe are cooked as sort of its own special, like here's an oxtail dish. I know that like pacha is like feet. I don't know if it's also tail. I know you can use oxtail in shorwa, for example, because you want something that's like bone in, lots of good cartilage and marrow and tendon, you know, lots of good flavor for shorwa, for soup. You can see that's getting good color on it. Now here I have 1 tomato that I cut up. I'm gonna add that. Half a head of garlic that I peeled. Now even in an Instant Pot, this is not it's not gonna only take 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It's still a good 40 to 60 minutes, even in the Instant Pot, okay? Now we're gonna add our water. Just about 1 cup. Now remember, this is not shorwa, right? We're just trying to make a lehab, which is a gravy on here. So we have to add enough to make sure that nothing burns, nothing sticks, but also that we can get some good pressure with the water. We don't want shorwa, we don't want soup. We're gonna do this in 2 steps, and I'm gonna tell you why. We have our potatoes here. We can add them now, and then they will get extremely, extremely, extremely soft. And I don't want them to just disintegrate into the meat. So we're gonna set this for 30 minutes to start. We're gonna set it for 30 minutes to start. After 30 minutes, we're gonna do half natural release, half turning the thing and making it come up faster. Then we're gonna add the potatoes, some jalapenos if you're feeling a little spicy. Test it for salt and see what we have. Magic of television. You can see that the oxtails are not entirely softened yet. They're not falling off the bone. We want them to be much softer, but we also want to add the potatoes. So we're going to add these potatoes. And we're going to let that cook again for another 30 minutes. Let this have a natural release, and while I was doing other things, it just sat for a little while. I tested it for salt, and I'm going to add another teaspoon of salt because I added the potatoes to it. So the potatoes absorb a lot of salt. Turmeric, Black pepper. Comes right off the bone. The potatoes are so soft. Now we're gonna put it into a dish. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, you're already here, why not? Leave us a comment, tell me, what's your favorite cut of meat? Do you even like meat? Talk to me about meat. Keep it clean, okay? Hit the bell notification so you know every time we have a new video up. Until next time.